on the Pistons. For the Bulls, they know each game presents a test of physical endurance, of mental focus, and their ability to match up against any style of play. And that challenge is right ahead. Pistons, Bulls, up next on 2K Sports. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duren in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's White missing. And it seems like Josh Giddey playing with newfound confidence, coach, since his arrival with the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, one of those trades that seem to benefit both teams. The Bulls have handed Giddey the keys to their offense, and he has not looked back.
And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. From deep. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist.
A smooth three-point shot from White, who just had to hit them right back.
Harris against Giddey. Thompson passes to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Now Cunningham. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. A three-pointer, no good. Chicago is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. In the corner, it's Buzelis. They set the pick from the arc. Duren pulls it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And again, Cunningham missing. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Here's White. The long distance 3 is buried. White's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Chicago. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that.
Matching baskets from the perimeter and earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here is Harris. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. And over the course of his career, Tobias Harris has shown a willingness to embrace various roles.
Well, look, Kevin, Tobias Harris is not only a highly skilled player, but he is a team-oriented, win-first, veteran guy, totally unselfish, and will just figure out a way that he needs to help any team he's on get to where they want to go.
Nailed from three-point land.
And not a guy who takes a ton of threes, but Giddey can knock them down if you let him.
Thompson finds Ivy. Thompson a screen on White. Ivy, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Chicago leading by 6. White looking around. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Giddey. From past the arc. Ball's knocked loose. 41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Buzelis sets a screen for White. Pistons trail by 6. Harris kicks to Thompson. Three-pointer on the way. Detroit, no good that time either. The Bulls have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. He rifled that one in from distance. White's got 12 points in the game.
A great ability and control by White to stop and pop.
Here's Giddey. Pulls up from the corner. Nice jump shot. Good. 14 points for Kobe White.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Kobe White, he's been feeling. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
Here are the five Detroit has to start the second quarter. Holland is out there with Jones. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Robinson in at the shooting guard. Here's Holland. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Robinson. So, Stan, let me pose this question. What do you think is the most important thing to stress in youth basketball?
I think there's two things, Kevin, that need to be stressed in youth basketball. The first one is love the game. Make it enjoyable for guys because, look, if kids love it and enjoy it, they'll keep playing it, they'll keep practicing it, and they'll get better. And then the second thing that goes along with that is the fundamentals. You can never do too much work on footwork, ball handling, and things like that.
So it's Detroit now. The Bulls knocking down the three. Robinson kicks to Holland. Takes the three. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. LeVert against Jones. And here's Herter outside. Rebound, Detroit. Right side, Robinson. Puts up a three. Good on the triple.
Duncan Robinson.
Robinson's got a pair of triples in the second now for Detroit.
Well, this is what Robinson is out here to do. I like how aggressive he is shooting it from outside.
Good on the three-point shot.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And Stan, when you think of the most athletic teams in the NBA, the Pistons have to be right up there.
Yeah, a handful of supreme athletes. And most importantly, Kevin, they use that athleticism to attack and disrupt. That's what makes the difference.
Robinson kicks to Jones. Off target from three-point range. The Bulls leading by 14. Kicks it out to Jones. Wide open. And he hits the jumper for two.
What a great sign for this team. Jones shooting it with conviction.
Pass to Robinson.
Minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Fires for three. And again, it's the Pistons missing. And it's Williams with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. From deep, Herter. It's hauled in by Stewart. For Detroit, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Here's LeVert with nobody on him. He buries the jumper.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Jones against LeVert. Collins in the post. Herter, that's a two-pointer. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Pistons trailed by 14. Three-pointer, LeVert. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
And the Pistons, another 3.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand on it.
Kicks it out to Collins. And again, Chicago, no good. And here are the Pistons. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. Robinson misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
From deep, Herter. The kick out to Williams. Williams, a screen on Robinson. Latrey, it's good from long range. Jones has got 5 now.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra.
And so it's Chicago, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And the three-point shot has been big for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, you have to like what we're seeing from Coby White.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Dosunmu in at the small forward position. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. Coby White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Pistons trail by 14. And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injury.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
White, a screen on Cunningham. White the pass to Giddey. Back to White. The 3. Chicago with a new 14. Lets it go with the 3. White with another miss. For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Harris looking it over. Pass to Cunningham. Beyond the arc. Buzelis grabs the board. Chicago leading by 11. And here is Giddey. Buzelis sets a screen for Giddey. Out to White. 3-pointer. That's a basket. His 8th from the field. 8 of 14.
I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
Unloads. The shot by Ivy, no good. Chicago's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Back to White. It's stolen by Duren. It's stolen by White. Here's Dosunmu. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc. Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Pass to Vucevic. Now here's White. The defense that time from Duren.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Here's Giddey. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Giddey's got 6.
You want to talk about confidence right there. Giddey wasting no time firing off the dribble.
Ivy kicks to Harris. Back to Ivy. In the corner, it's Harris. Cunningham outside. Ivy finds Cunningham. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Cunningham's got his second bucket.
And Cunningham responds confidently at the other end.
White, wide open. He fires. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got 4 assists in the game. Ivy tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. So Chicago ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
Pistons trail by 20.
Gotta run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Launches it. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his fourth rebound in this one. And stolen by Ivy. Kobe White, he's been feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for Detroit, we've got Isaiah Stewart. Holland is out there with Jones. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Robinson in at the two-guard spot. Jones dishes to Williams. Okoro wide open. He fires. A three-pointer off the mark. Pistons trail by 20. Three-pointer, LeVert. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jones the pass to Collins. Herter on the wing. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Pistons. Stolen by Collins. From outside the arc. And again, no good by Chicago.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Herter with a screen on LeVert. Robinson against Herter. Back to Jones. Shot clock at 5. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. LeVert kicks to Robinson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Stolen by Collins. Oh, he got it!
Can you believe that?
Poke loose. Holland the pass to LeVert. Fires the three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to LeVert. Launches from deep. And Okoro pulls it down. Bulls leading by 20. Outside Williams. The 3. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Jones. Stolen by Okoro. The 3. They get it again. Collins kicks to Okoro. Williams passes to Herter. 6 on the shot clock. For the 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Now Jones. There's the triple. Detroit, no good that time either.
He may have had too much time to think about it.
Here's Okoro. The kick out to Williams. From deep, Herter. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Herter's got 6 here in this quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Chicago.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, executions by the players, everything was just on target.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kobe White.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Robinson on the wing, defended by Jones. The three-pointer is right on target.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Jones kicks to Herter. Williams sets a screen for Herter. Pass to Okoro. He takes it in from past the arc, and Kevin Herter with the three.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It certainly felt from the head coach all of.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allen. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Here we
that freaks player movement and ball movement legs.
Oh, that's right. And you can tell that by the assist numbers. The ball is really hopping. Smart, unselfish basketball. A lot of player movement off ball as well, forcing those defenses to chase them.
What's that old saying? The ball brings energy.
It certainly does.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. In it forward, it's Barrett and Barnes. Brandon Ingram out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 spot. Now here's Barrett, down to 5 on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Pirtle with a screen on White. The shot by Ingram, no good. Kasumu outside. Stolen by Quickly. Barnes with it, now guarded by White. Here's Quickly. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Always good to see the ball go through the net early. You know there's not a lid on that thing.
Now here's White. Pass to Kasumu from behind the arc. No good there. Here's Toronto with the ball. You know, Tim, both of Jakob Poeltl's parents played volleyball for the Austrian national team.
Yeah, he comes from an athletic family, and he certainly has a lot of agility for his size. And I think, BA, in today's game, you need your big men to be able to move their feet.
Now here's Vucevic. And again, Chicago, no good. Pass to Barnes. Takes it inside. The 3 from Quickly. Pure from three-point range. Quickly's got 5.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
They set the screen from Pete Giddey. Pirtle grabs a miss.
Well, he wanted to answer that 3 with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
The shot by Ingram, no good. Chicago's gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Kasumu with it, now guarded by Barrett. White for 3, counted from distance.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
White on the wing, covered by Ingram. And stolen by Barrett. Quickly outside. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. 5 to shoot. Shot from the mid-range.
2 minutes.
Kicks it out to Barrett. Snatched away. Pass to Kasumu. And the foul called on Emmanuel Quickly. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Vucevic against Pirtle. Vucevic, a screen on Ingram. White for 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Ingram. No points so far. Pirtle, the pass to Ingram. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
Kasumu outside. Vucevic, a screen on Barrett. Kasumu, the pass to White. Clock at 4. The Bulls need to get off a shot. 3-pointer, Buzelis. He drops it from range.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of 3-pointers during his career.
Barnes passes to Ingram. 18 feet out. Parries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
Kasumu outside. Outside Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. Vucevic with it. 3-pointer off the mark. Quickly deciding where to go with it. The baseline J is on the way. And there's Toronto with another bucket. Here's Giddey. He's scoreless. He takes it in. Left side White. Picked by Vucevic. It's stolen by Pirtle. And And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Toronto out. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. You know, you take a look at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Well, it's hard to get stops in this league with so much talent offensively. I love what they are doing right now.
So for Toronto right now, we've got Grady Dick, and it's Mobo in at the power forward position. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Pass to Jones. It's Herter on the wing. Takes a three. Abaji with a rebound.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, BA, I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats. Steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
Jalen Smith. One shot.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Bulls. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Outside Herter. For three, Smith. And again, no good by Chicago. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. The three is up. Smith with the rebound.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Jones, the pass to Herter. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. For Toronto, they've got none of their first three shots to fall so far in the second. And stolen by Herter. Oh, and a fast break for Chicago. They get it back on the wing, Jones. Back to Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Williams from long range. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili. Mamukelashvili's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Dick. And again, Toronto, no good. Chicago trailing here. Releases. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Pass to Mobo. Here's Abaji. And a miss there on the triple. To the inside. Herter passes to Smith. Chicago passing it around.
Raptors foul. Sandro Mamukelashvili. First personal foul.
Toronto on D.
Second team foul.
Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. All right, Tim, back in 1996, you led the league in three-point percentage. You shot 52% on 3 attempts per game. Talk about the hot hand.
Well, BA, it shows you how much the game has changed. I had the green light, but it was a different shade of green. I still only took 3 per game. Now you have multiple guys every night that will take 3 in the first quarter.
That green light's now neon green for many.
No doubt.
Now here's Jones. Still without a bucket. That gives them the lead.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Points have been hard to come by in this one. Every made basket is huge.
Shot is good by Mamukelashvili.
He found some room there along the baseline. Space at the rim, goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
Herter against Dick. Now here's Williams. He's covered closely. 4 on the clock. Here's Okoro. Count that one. Okoro's got his first basket. Here's Shed. Outside Dick. Over Herter. Dick with a miss.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Williams passes to Herter. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Coach is loving the ball move.
Here's Abaji, guarded by Kuro. Abaji can't hit.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
I'm not sure what he was thinking right there, but we see this in this game sometimes.
Raptors trail by 5. Abukelashvili passes to Dick. Here's Abaji, covered by Smith. And the basket by Abaji.
And that's the shot they were looking for, right under the hoop.
They swipe it. It's tipped. Gets it off. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Chicago ahead. They're up by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Emmanuel quickly with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Giddy is the 1 with White by his side at the 2. Buzelis out there with Ayo Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. And since arriving in Toronto, his hometown, R.J. Barrett has seen his game take a step forward, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And in particular, his playmaking has gone to another level. If he could ever get his shot right, then he really will be off and running. These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Now here's Giddy. No points so far. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. 6 on the shot clock. White, the pass to Vucevic. Back to White. Jacks up a 3. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Ingram. Again, the miss by Ingram. White with it, and it's Ingram picking him up. Pass to Dosunmu. The 3 ball. Gets the 3 ball to go. And it's a 6-point Chicago lead.
Willing passers, unselfish play. Have to appreciate this kind of offense.
The 3 from Barnes. Barnes drills the triple.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
And the responses often come from the 3-point line. That's just today's game.
Here's Buzelis. White on the wing, covered by Ingram. Launches it. White can't hit. Raptors trail by 3. Pass to quickly, and here is Barrett. Here's quickly. And here's Barnes. Outside Ingram. White with it, and it's Ingram picking him up. The 3 is up. Toronto grabs the miss. And you heard that the Raptors were looking to be aggressive this summer, Tim. Why now?
Well, they're trying to replicate what they accomplished when they acquired Kawhi Leonard, which led to a title in 2019. So this is a front office not afraid to shake things up.
Dosunmu for 3. Barnes with the rebound. Toronto has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter.
2 minutes.
And here's Ingram outside. Drains the triple. Ingram's got 6 points in the quarter.
Ingram can be shifty, especially when he's operating out of the 2-man game.
And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Outside Barrett. For the lead. Kicks it to quickly. The 3. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Dosunmu, right side. And it's out of bounds. That one off Pirtle.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
He is just trying to make an impact by disrupting their rhythm.
So Chicago ends up going with a new group. Here's Mamukelashvili. From downtown, Shed. That's good. Shed's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
If any defense gives you that much cushion, you have to take that shot.
That one goes. Count it.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Toronto passing it around. Bobo. No good with the triple. Chicago trailing here. It's Herder on the wing. Off target with the three. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Here's Shed. Lets it go from the wing. Mamukelashvili, no good.
Well, the defense was daring him to take that shot, and it paid off.
Jones from outside. Knocks it down from distance. Jones has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. They set a pick, and looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
There's 6 seconds left in the third, and it's good for two. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass.
Looking to win the run, and that's not gonna go. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Chicago ahead, leading by 4. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
What a find! These are the kind of plays we've come to expect from him.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. We've got Grady Dick, and it's Shed in at the point. Raptors trail by 4. Pass to Dick. Here's Mobo. On the wing, Grady Dick. There's a screen. Gets the three to fall. Dick's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Herder. 4-3. Abaji with a rebound. And for Toronto, they're shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there. Out to the wing. Pass to Shed. Over to the left wing. Now Grady Dick, 6 to shoot. Here he goes. Here's Abaji. Three-pointer off the mark. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Jones, the pass to Herder. And here's Okoro. They set the pick. Williams from long range. The rebound by Shed. Toronto trailing. Drives to the hoop. Here's Mobo. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Here's Herder. Tosses it up. Oh, it doesn't go. Cash from downtown. Oh, couldn't have asked for a more hotly contested game.
These teams have swapped the lead 8 times. I believe it's coming down to the wire.
Now here's Herder. Williams, a screen on Dick. Now pass to Williams. Puts up the tray. Oh, no good. The Raptors have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Cashes in from 18.
Assisted.
Bulls trail by 4. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
2 minutes.
Jones with a screen on Dick. Herder fires. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Driving in. He launches. It's good from beyond the arc.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link. Yeah, I think he forced that a little bit there. Should have tried for a higher percentage look from the three.
And the three misses. Well, the Bulls shooting just 28%, lacking confidence on offense right now. Now the Raptors with it. 11 unanswered points for him. Puts up the tray. Not that time. Nick's gone just 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. The release. Oh, a great look, but he can't get it to go. Raptors lead by 7. Rebounded by Smith.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
I'm not sure what he was thinking right there, but we see this in this game sometimes.
Herter. No good from 3.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
36 seconds left in the final quarter. Williams! Yes, sir, with the 3.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Shoots a 3. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
And stolen by Herter.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Yeah, I think it's time to wave the white flag.
Cash from downtown.
Kevin Herter.
Tipped away and stolen by Herter. Here's Shed. And so Toronto takes the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
Somebody grabs a rebound, Greg. Two of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really break a team's will. When excellent rebounding teams play, everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. Ingram is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Barrett at the small forward position. Thompson with it, now guarded by Ingram. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Sinks the triple.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Now here's Pirtle. And here's Barnes for three. The putback. Faster quickly. Now here's Barnes. Quickly setting the pick for Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ingram. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. And Doris, what you love about Brandon Ingram, he's the total package.
He is, Kevin, because he's got incredible size, great shot-making ability. He's a 3-level scorer, and you can mix his matchup on the defensive end.
Now, quickly. Lets it go from deep. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
When you have the confidence like Emmanuel quickly, you step across the half-court line and you believe you're within range.
Out to Harris. Takes a 3. Cranes the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Barrett against Harris. It's stolen by Duren. Corner shot. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Thompson. Cunningham's got 5.
And I like how composed Cunningham is. Lets the game and his shots come to him.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Now here is Harris. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off target from outside. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey guys, plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Guys, back to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, Allie, thanks.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Out to Barrett. Fires from deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Barrett's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Raptors.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now, here's Cunningham. 5 points in the game. Ivy, that's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Ingram kicks to Barrett. Barrett with a screen on Cunningham. And here's quickly for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 8.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
A revenge bucket right there. Cunningham making up for the 3 points at the other end.
Duren sets the screen for Cunningham. Shoots it. Out to Harris. Here's Thompson. No scoring in this one. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Cunningham. Pass to Ivy. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And here is Pirtle. Ingram. Got it up. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are...
Ruling on the floor is overturned.
2 minutes to review the
Again,
play.
they need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Pistons lead by 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Detroit.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far, they are hitting at a high clip.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
We've got Isaiah Stewart. Marcus Sasser is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Klintman in at the 4 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
Here's Sasser. And it's off from three-point range. Toronto trailing, and some good young players on the Raptors, but Doris, what's their path to contention?
Well, obviously, they have some quality basketball players. Scotty Barnes is right at the top of that list, a really well-rounded player. But here's the reality for every team. You need a well-constructed roster 1 to 15, and you need to have some depth. The season is long, the possessions in the game are fast. It is really about the totality of your group.
Dick wide open. Kept alive. Amu Kelishvili passes to Dick. Abaji can't get it to go. Detroit's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. And the basket by Klintman.
Boy, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look and good night.
Here's Battle. There's the pick. And it's Shed missing. Detroit leading by 3. Pass to Sasser. Now here is Robinson. Dick defending. Back to Sasser. There's a screen by Robinson. Sasser finds Robinson. LeVert inside the line. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. Abaji the pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Pass to Abaji. Oh, good with the triple. Detroit has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Dick. Hits the three-point bomb. Dick's got 7 points for the quarter.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
Here's Klintman. Pass to LeVert. Pistons passing it around. Robinson, that's good. And people, Doris, talk about the right time for a team to go all in. What goes into that decision, do you think?
Well, first and foremost, if you are having a high measure of success, it becomes about how do we sustain this roster to not miss the window to compete for championships. If you're talented and you're winning, how do you do the best you can to sustain that kind of success?
Here's Sasser. Another 3 for Detroit.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Here's Battle. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. The Pistons leading. Right wing. Here's Klintman. Detroit, no good that time either. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
It's Dick on the wing. Guarded by Robinson. Three-pointer. Battle misses. The Pistons have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Here's Shed. Hits it from three-point range. Shed's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
To the wing right side. Pass to Sasser. From deep. A shot off that time. Grady Dick, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Raptors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Fans, get ready for some high RPM and amazing stunts from your plug-in bike. Arena Entertainment.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from Grady Dick in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Their front court is Barrett and Barnes. Ingram is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Quickly, that's for 2. Rebound by the Pistons.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Tries the spin move. Here's Cunningham. That's short off the rim. Toronto shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Kevin?
All for 1. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks.
Hey, you see that motion shot? Cunningham very consistent from distance.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Ingram.
Into the lineup for the Raptors, number 12.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Barnes can't get it to go. Detroit leading by 4. Thompson for the triple. No good. And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Here's Murray Boyle. And the Raptors miss again. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Thompson right side. Pass to Ivy. Trying his luck from deep. The shot by Thompson, no good. Raptors trail by 4. Here's quickly to end the cold streak. It's hauled in by Harris. Here's Ivy. Thompson. The Raptors making a switch here. Pirtle's checked in.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Thompson. A nice jump shot from the top of the key. Thompson's got the lead up to 6 now for Detroit. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Pirtle. All alone. And they pick up 2. Pirtle's got his first 2 points.
When you have vision at the forward spot, it always opens up and elevates a team. Scotty Barnes passing on display.
Ivy dishes to Cunningham.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
6 on the shot clock. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
Barrett inside the 3-point line. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
Duran finds Thompson. Cunningham for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 5th assist in this one. Ingram passes to Quickly. Barnes screen on Cunningham. Here's Quickly. Hits the jumper in space. Quickly's got 10 points.
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
Ivy on the wing. For three. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
On the wing quickly. He's got 10. Offensive rebound. Nobody near Barnes. Off target with his three. Pistons leading by 8. Ivy, no one around him. And again, Detroit with the three.
And this young guy, Ivy, is doing anything he wants right now, dominating in effortless fashion.
Hurdle kicks to Ingram. On the wing quickly. And the Raptors miss again. And so it's Detroit. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. A terrific tempo. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Duncan Robinson. He's out there with Marcus Sasser. Isaiah Stewart out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Quintman in at the power forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Pistons working now with a new shot clock. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pistons.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Scooped up. Mahmoud Kalashvili passes to Bannon. Here's Shed. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Abaji. Rebound by the Pistons. Sasser finds Stewart. Fires the 3. A rebound by Battle.
If he's got that much space, he's got the green light. He just doesn't make it.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Driving inside. Here's Dick. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And now it's Dick knocking down a 3 of his own. Brady ready to answer.
Bangs home the trifecta. And the Pistons lead by 18.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Detroit's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Pass to Sasser. For 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
This guy is such a good all-around player. Karis LeVert sharpening his court awareness and finding his open teammates. Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
Pass to Sasser. The tray. And it's Mahmoud Kalashvili with the rebound. Mahmoud Kalashvili has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Battle. Here's Dick. 3. Good.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
Robinson, that's good.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Here's Sasser. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Dick. And a miss there on the triple. Pistons leading by 21.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pistons.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Cade Cunningham.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
For three, Ingram. Duran pulls it in. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Here's Ingram. Here's Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Assist from Ingram.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Harris kicks to Ivy. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Launches it from deep. Rebound by the Raptors. Ingram passes to Quickly.
Ingram. Brandon Ingram.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
these two, Grant. No love lost in this matchup.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other so often. You know, B.A., I think we're in for some good theater in this one.
So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. Giddey is the 1, with White by his side at the 2. Buzelis out there with Ayo Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in at the 5.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Ivy finds Cunningham. Back to Ivy. Cunningham outside. Pass to Harris. There's the triple. Sends it home from three-point land.
How's that for a response? Harris, a guy you love having on your team.
Oh, got a piece of it. A deep 3. Offensive rebound. Ivy passes to Cunningham. From the arc. Buzelis grabs the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Now here's Dosunmu. Outside White. 5 on the clock. There's the 3. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Thompson, a screen on Giddey. There's Cunningham with a 3. Hits a three-pointer.
Yeah, an encouraging sign. When Cunningham is dialed in from deep, he's dangerous.
Vucevic, a screen on Ivy. White can't hit. The Pistons have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. And here's Cunningham outside. No luck on that one.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Pass to Duren. Detroit moving the ball around. Cunningham, a screen on White. Ivy's shot is off. Chicago's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. White against Ivy. Now here's Vucevic. Here's Giddey. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
Ivy, right side. White with a steal.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Lets it go from deep. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Pass to Cunningham. Duren, the screen. And here's Ivy. Cunningham looking around. Shot clock at 6. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. He just gets the job done.
White for 3. White missing again. Detroit leading by 3. And here's Ivy from the arc. Another 3 for Detroit.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Back to Giddey. White with a screen on Cunningham. Dosunmu outside. Stop the drought. The shot's good.
Yeah, this is a highlight of Giddey's game. His innate ability to set others up.
Cunningham passes to Harris. Back to Cunningham. And the shot is good. Harris making the play. Cunningham's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers. I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Up in time. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Detroit.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
And so in the game for the Bulls, Okoro and Williams are the small and power forwards. Trey Jones is out there with Kevin Huerter, and it's Collins in at the center position. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers, but some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Now here's Huerter. The kick out to Williams. Jones feels it out. From outside the arc. Unable to get that one. The Pistons lead by 3. Pass to Robinson. About a minute gone in the second quarter. LeVert passes to Robinson. There's a screen for 3. It's hauled in by Huerter. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Jones, the pass to Huerter. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Huerter's got 6.
Night in and night out, this is Huerter's game, looking for his spots on the arc.
Pass to LeVert. To the wing on the left. Outside Robinson. Over Okoro. That one a little long. Chicago has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Huerter against Robinson. Okoro outside. Pass to Williams. 3-pointer. The rebound by Detroit. Richard, it's been a dry spell for the Bulls for a few seasons now. How do they reverse that?
Well, it starts with strong drafts. They haven't had a top 10 pick since 2020, and it's made it hard for them to land some of these bigger prospects and grow from within.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said, we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Brian, back to you.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. There's Huerter with the 3. And again, Chicago, no good.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
And stolen by Williams. Oh, deflected. Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. Poke loose.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not good. Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
LeVert, that's good.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Huerter. He's got 9. And they call an illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the officials.
Detroit leading by 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
Here's Robinson. 1:11 left to play in the second quarter.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Huerter from long range. They get the rebound. Okoro outside. Jones finds Huerter. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. Can't get it to go. He's made 3. He's missed 3 so far. Here's Clinton. And it's off from 3-point range. Bulls trail by 6. It's Herter on the wing. Three-pointer. Detroit with a rebound. Clemens got 4 rebounds in the game. For 3, Robinson. Collins with the rebound. And it's Jones with the ball for the Bulls. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Stewart. Pass to Sasser. All alone. Count that bucket.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Williams from... Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And the triple tightens this game up going into the break. Should be an exciting second half.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Detroit on top. They lead by 5. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Ivy and Thompson are the 2 and the 3. Harris and Duran together in the middle. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half. Detroit leading by 5. Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to White. Here's Buzelis. Duran with the rebound. Duran's got rebound number 7 tonight. Ivy passes to Cunningham. Back to Ivy. Pass to DeSumo. Launches a 3. Up again. The kick out to White. Lets the 3 fly. He buries it from 3. White. It's got 9.
You can count on Vucevic to make a few clever handoffs. He sees what's happening at all times.
Cunningham with the range.
And this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Detroit leading by 5. And here's Ivy from the arc. Another 3 for Detroit.
Hot off the pass, Ivy has a shot up. No time to waste when you've got a pro-level defense coming at you.
To the wing, right side. Giddey passes to DeSumo. Now here's Vucevic. Defended by Thompson. Back to DeSumo. Shot clock at 5. Chicago needs to get off the shot here. The shot by Buzel is no good.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Duran, pass to Cunningham. Here's Ivy. He's guarded by White. Cunningham, a screen on White. And here's Ivy from the arc. And it's cleared by Vucevic. The Bulls trail by 8. Pass to DeSumo.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
To the paint. Here's Buzelis. The 3. That one doesn't drop. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Vucevic with a steal. And here comes the break. Giddey passes to White. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Detroit leading by 8. When you talk about Nikola Vucevic, a big man who continues to get it done at a high level, Richard.
Yeah, he is showing no signs of slowing down. Vooch scores, rebound, passes, and shoots it well from pretty much everywhere. I'd like to see him contend for a championship at some point in time in his career.
Vucevic, the pass to White. Now here's Sumu. They still need this. Good on the jump shot. Sumu's got his second bucket on the night. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. 35 seconds left in the third quarter here. Thompson finds Cunningham. Detroit needs to get off a shot. For 3, here's Harris. Chicago grabs the miss. Pass to Vucevic. Thompson with a steal. And here's Harris. Fires the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Harris has got 6.
You can just see how decisive Harris is. Effective at catching passes and just firing quickly.
White for 3. They grab their own miss. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. On the court for the Bulls, Okoro and Williams are the small and power forwards. Kevin Huerter out there with Trey Jones. And it's Collins in at the 5.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Huerter against LeVert. Right side, Williams. Here's Jones. Detroit with a rebound. Clemens got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Huerter. Collins with a screen on LeVert. There's Huerter with the 3. Sinks it from distance.
Such a reliable scorer. Huerter is good for double digits most nights, and he has been huge in this one.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Trey Jones. That's his first foul. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Stolen by Jones.
Nice defense. Reading the play, using some quick hands to take it away. Basketball.
Here's Sasser. Pass to LeVert. Back to Sasser. Now Robinson. Here's Clinton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Robinson. No good from outside. Jones with the ball. Now LeVert defending. Outside Huerter. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Detroit. LeVert outside. Sinks the tray. And the Pistons lead by 12.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up 3s.
Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the trifecta.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
Collins rips down the board.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Collins a screen. Huerter! Oh, the long ball, no good. The Pistons lead by 9. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Sasser with the ball. For 3. Nope. The Bulls trail by 9. Okoro on the wing. Robinson defending. Huerter outside. From deep. It's money from deep.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
Sasser with the ball. He's picked up by Jones. Robinson against Huerter. Another chance. Sasser outside. Can't get the 3. Chicago has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. And the foul called on Karis LeVert. That's his first foul.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
And it's a completely new group for the Pistons. Now White. Oh, stolen by Harris. 3-on-3. It's stolen.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points and they need them now.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
Outside Thompson. Here's Harris. Cunningham on the wing. Giddy defends. Takes a three. Rebounded by Vucevic. Sumu with it. Harris on him. Now White. Here's Giddy. Clock at 6. Outside White. The three is off.
This is the definition of forceman. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Ivy. Outside Cunningham, beyond the arc. The three is in!
Hey, what a massive showing from Cade Cunningham. It's been really a treat to watch.
So it's Detroit picking up the win. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
is a game we always look forward to. Pair of conference rivals going head-to-head, toe-to-toe. It should be a beauty.
Well, Kevin, you know, this is the NBA at its best. No need to hype this one up. This matchup provides its own hype, and you can hear the fans are as hyped up as we are.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis, and it's Vucevic in at the center position. Now, here's Vucevic. Here's Dosunmu. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
All sorts of time. That one falls.
Well, when the moment is right, Vucevic can be an effective spot-up shooter.
A 3 from Quickly. It's rebounded by Giddey.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. The great skill development programs showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Here's Pirtle. The Bulls getting the bucket. Ingram wide open, and he's good on the 3-ball. Ingram's got 5.
Well, you can't give a guy like Ingram a look like that from beyond the arc.
In the corner, it's Buzelis. It's White on the wing. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And here's Quickly for 3, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
And that's just using his sprint to fight for that rebound. And then Barnes able to send it back.
Here's White. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Near the 3-point line, it's Ingram. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. For Chicago, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Pass to Dosunmu. Down low, pocket 6. Here's Giddey. No good from outside.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Outside, White. There's a good screen. From deep 3-point land, it's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. For 3, Ingram. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. He's got 8.
Well, Ingram just so smooth getting into that pull-up. Very tough for the defender to bother that shot.
Right side, White. And the Bulls with another miss.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Kevin. R.J. Barrett, the son of a pro hoops player, he said, quote, "As a youngster, my dad programmed me to be aggressive. He always told me, go to the rim, live in the paint. When you do that, you not only score, but you force the whole defense to collapse, and you can make easy plays to hit shooters." Back to you guys.
Playing with purpose. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Now, Dosunmu. After R.J. Barrett's 3-pointer that didn't go. And here's Ingram from the arc, and the 3-ball is good. Ingram's got 14 points.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Now the Raptors moving it up. Barrett, no good. On the wing, Giddey. And the Bulls with another miss. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Raptors. They lead by 8. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Taking a look here at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What have they been doing or not doing, in your opinion?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Taking a look at the Bulls. At the forwards, Okoro and Williams. Trey Jones out there with Kevin Huerter. And it's Collins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
So it's Chicago now. Raptors knocking down the tray. Kicks it out to Jones. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Jones has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Okoro. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, it's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Okoro. Collins, a screen on Dick. Okoro shot is off. Raptors leading by 5 to the paint, and here comes the break. Abaji, the pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Here's Battle. Stolen by Jones. Pass to Huerter. And Grady Dick gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
This one for 3. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. Here's Dick. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And the Raptors lead by 7.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Now here's Huerter. Still scoreless. Huerter with a screen on Dick. 5 on the clock. And the Bulls with another miss. Toronto leading by 7. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Here's Abaji. His three-pointers off the mark. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Now, Okoro. The kick out to Williams. There's the 3. Rebound by the Raptors. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to Battle. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. He's defended by Huerter. Here's Abaji. Here's Shed. Launches a 3. They get it again. Out to the right wing. There's the screen. Tries again. Yep, that one goes. And now it's a 9-point Raptor lead.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
The Raptors have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And that one's good. Mamu Kelishvili.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to get.
And here's Huerter outside. And the Bulls with another miss. Toronto leading by 12. Pass to Shed. Here's Battle. Takes the 3. Collins grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Kicks it out to Jones. Looking to end the run. A rebound by Battle. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Abaji can't get it to go. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. From downtown. Rebound by the Raptors. Mamu Kelishvili has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Dick. And he was able to put it up in time, but it doesn't fall. And so we wrap up the first half. Raptors lead by 12. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
Fans, direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot from the sleeves. They're measuring up the shot.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Their front court is Barrett and Barnes. Ingram is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Pass to Buzelis. That 3 off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And another of these young, talented players out of Canada, R.J. Barrett, is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attack wing who loves to get downhill.
And here are the Bulls now. After Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And here's quickly for 3. Drops in the tray.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Now, here's Barrett. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's White, and he gets it to go from the corner.
And White understands his role on this team. They look to him to drain that jumper.
Barrett kicks to Pirtle. White against Ingram. Faster quickly, 6 to shoot. Spins. Over Giddey. And it's quickly missing. Bulls trail by 14. White wide open. He fired. Offline with his 3. And here is quickly. And again, no good by Toronto.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
Back to White. A 3 ball. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got 3 assists now in this one. And there is the whistle that goes on Kobe White. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Barnes. Pirtle sets the pick for Barnes. Over Buzelis. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Bulls trail by 11. Here's Dosunmu. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got 8 rebounds in this game. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Back to you.
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. No one near Herder as he lets it fly. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
And it's quickly missing.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if if he wants to help his team. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group for Toronto. Collins kicks to Herter. Shot clock at 6. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. They get it back. Kicks it out to Jones. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Battle. To end the drought. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Collins has got 6 rebounds in the game. The open shot, Herter, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. The third quarter comes to a close. The Raptors out in front. They're up by... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So the Bulls 5 right now. At the forwards, Okoro and Williams. Jones is out there with Kevin Herter, and it's Collins in at the 5 down low. And so here's Toronto. Isaac Okoro missing his last shot. Pass to Dick. Fires for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
Now here's Jones. The kick out to Williams. From the arc. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists tonight.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 5. Herter finds Williams. Outside, Jones. The kick out to Williams. To the left wing. Here's the 3. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. Mamukelashvili has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pass to Shed. Raptors moving the ball around. Shoots the 3. Dick, that's good. And the Raptors lead by 8.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
Great look, but it doesn't go. The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Takes the 3. Williams with the rebound. And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. That one misses. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Battle, covered by Okoro. Deflects the pass, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Bulls trail by 8. They get a hand on it. From outside, he'll tip it. Here's Abaji, covered by Okoro. He drills the 3.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy. And he simply makes them pay for the lackluster defense.
With the drive. Here's Shed, defended by Jones. And now here comes Jones, leading the break. Missed on the 3. Raptors leading by 8. And there's the three.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Raptors.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Knocks down the three.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. First team foul.
At one point, they led by 16, and it's off.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy.
Yeah, BA, and it really goes to show the unselfish attitude they both have. Not to mention how many skilled passers are on both rosters.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. Asar Thompson out there with Tobias Harris. And it's Duren in at the 5. For 3, here's Harris. It's rebounded by Barrett. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. On the wing quickly, pounded by Harris. Barrett passes to Quickly. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Pirtle. Oh, stolen by Harris. And here's Ivy from the arc. Rebound Toronto. Pirtle, the pass to Ingram. Over Cunningham. Duren with a rebound.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
And going back to high school in North Carolina, 4 state championships for Brandon Ingram, Tim.
Yeah, Brian, he made a name for himself early as the #2 pick in 2016. He was an all-star and then most improved in 2020. The question is, can he get back to winning at the highest level?
Always ready to fire. Give Harris a good pass. Tobias will get you an assist. These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Now here's Barnes, and here's Ingram outside, and the Raptors another 3.
Ingram really putting pressure on the D, hitting from way out there.
And the foul called on Emmanuel Quickly. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. A clear look for Ivy. Pirtle grabs a miss. The Raptors have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Barnes finds Ingram. 3-pointer. Rebound Detroit. Duren's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Thompson for 3. Toronto grabs a miss. Barnes passes to Pirtle. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And it's Cunningham missing. Knocks it loose. Toronto has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Fires, high post. Back to Ingram. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the triple. Ingram's got 9 points.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
Ivy passes to Harris. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
2 minutes left in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Barnes. Outside Ingram. Barnes a screen. Ivy against Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Barnes, no good.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you. Cade Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence. Brian, back to you.
Establishing the mindset. Allie, thanks very much for the report. The shot by Ingram, no good.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Cunningham with the ball. Now guarded by Barrett. Pass to Ivy. Takes the 3. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Quickly passes to Ingram to the middle. Here's Pirtle. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram.
They will take that shot every time down the floor if they could. It's just great execution. But what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Now here's Cunningham. No made baskets yet. Harris up top. Puts it up from the high post. Rebound Toronto. Barrett's got his 5th rebound in this one. The 3 from quickly. And the Raptors, another 3. Pistons trail by 8. And the foul called on Emmanuel quickly. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Thompson. Harris outside. Shot to stop the run. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors up by a healthy 8 points at the end of... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
We've got Grady Dick. He's out there with Walter, and it's Battle in at the 4 spot. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. And here's LeVert for 3. The offensive rebound. Pass to Clinton.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Robinson. 6 to shoot. Now here's Stewart. Lets it go from deep. Albaji with a rebound. Toronto passing it around. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. Here's Dick. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pistons trail by 8. You know, as we watch Grady Dick, what stands out about his game, Tim?
Well, Brian, it's the way he moves off the ball. He will keep defenses occupied, cutting and coming off screens, and he has the size to get his shot off over even the most hotly contested defender.
Here's Abaji. And the 3 off target. The Pistons have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Out to the wing. Here's Klintman. Rebound Toronto.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, that's just a wasted opportunity.
Here's Mamukelashvili. And again, Toronto, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Sasser gets the bucket.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Dick against LeVert. And the foul called on Karis LeVert. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pistons trail by 3. Out left to the wing. Beyond the arc. And Detroit another 3.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
Pass to Battle. Here's Mamukelashvili. No points yet. Here's Dick. No good. Unable to win this run. Here's LeVert. Here's Clinton. For 3, Robinson. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili. Here's Abaji. Robinson defending. No good on the 3. Detroit has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. For 3, drops in the 3. Robinson's got 5 points in the quarter. And Grant, in recent years, we've seen the pace of the NBA game increasing.
Yeah, it stagnated in the 90s, but it is back. We're still not at the frenetic pace of the 1960s when we'd see over 120 possessions a game. But the efficiency is at an all-time high.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Pistons?
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition. That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Here's Robinson. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Robinson's got his third basket on the night right there. To the inside. Outside Dick. Pass to Abaji. Back to Dick. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mamukelashvili. Stewart defends. Robinson with a steal. And here's LeVert for 3. And the Pistons, another 3.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
Down low, Mamukelashvili. It's deflected. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Clinton. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Detroit on top, up by 8. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Fans, direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans at first shot from the World League. They're thinking about the shot.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, without question, Brandon Ingram displaying his skills today.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
And on the floor for J.B. Bickerstaff as we get into the second half. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. Tobias Harris out there with Asar Thompson. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Tim, how do you like this blend for the new Pistons? Wily veterans alongside the new blood.
I love the way they have built this team. Shooting was their Achilles heel, but these veterans bring spacing and savvy.
Man, that right there gives you a sense of just how quick Cunningham really is.
And here's Ingram outside. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got his 3rd assist of the night.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Detroit moving the ball around. Back to Thompson. Clock at 6. Harris outside. The Pistons need to get one up quick. A nice shot by Ivy.
Hot off the pass, Ivy has a shot up. No time to waste when you've got a pro-level defense coming at you.
Quickly, passes to Barnes. Back to Quickly. Outside Ingram. Here's the 3. And the Raptors, another 3.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Now he has quickly piled up the points by stringing those 3s together.
Thompson's shot is off. Raptors trail by 6. Barrett finds Pirtle. Back to Barrett. Outside for Ingram. Fires for 3. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
And he's keeping the game within striking distance. I don't know where they'd be without his shooting. And you know, his coach loves to see that. That is a textbook box out.
For the tie. The rebound by Detroit. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And here's Cunningham outside. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Barnes. And here is Barrett. Now Pirtle, covered by Duren. Kicks it out to Barnes. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Well, I think that was a product of the pressure. Take your eye off the ball for just a second, and it can lead to a turnover.
The Pistons lead by 3. And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul of the game. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And it's Cunningham missing. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you, Brian. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Brian?
On the rise. Allie, thanks very much for the report. 5 on the clock. Kicks it to Quickly. Over Ivy. And again, Toronto, no good.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over it.
Thompson against Barnes. And here's Harris outside. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Harris has got 9.
Yeah, the corner is a great spot for Harris. He works to get open over there.
Here's Ingram. Pass to Pirtle. The 3 from Barnes. Rebounded by the Pistons. It's an even 3-on-3 break. And there's the screen. Harris passes to Cunningham. Over Ingram. Barnes with the rebound.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
Quite simply, Brandon Ingram is a point getter, so he will absolutely take those on the break.
Harris on the wing. Cunningham outside. Puts up a deep 3. Again, the miss by Cunningham. And the officials signaled the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
Substitution on the court.
Off his leg. And the ref saying he kicked it. Robinson for 3. Oh, what an incredible end to the corner. Wow.
Incredible indeed. Waits until the very...
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Detroit on top, up by 7. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. We've got Grady Dick, and it's Temple in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Robinson passes to Stewart.
Ochai Agbaji. First personal foul. First team foul.
Robinson for 3. And it's battle with a rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Dick. Off target from outside. Detroit leading by 7. And here's LeVert for 3. Knocks down the triple.
And when the defense retreats to the paint in transition, there is going to be an opening at the three-point line.
From outside the arc. Rebounded by Temple. And it's Toronto's ball. Outside Dick. Pass to Battle. Here's Temple. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Agbaji. The rebound by Detroit. It's LeVert on the wing. Guarded by Dick. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
So tough to negate LeVert's wingspan when he's in attack mode. It's one of his deadliest characteristics.
Well, Tim, you hear about the move to positionless basketball. The Raptors are well equipped.
Yeah, they are loaded with athletic wings and interchangeable pieces, which gives them a high level of versatility.
Looking at who's out there now for Toronto. Pirtle's checked in for Mamukelashvili. Scotty Barnes comes in for Battle. Brandon Ingram is checked in for Abaji. And quickly subbed in for Temple. R.J. Barrett, he's checked in for Pirtle. Sinks the tray.
Yeah, Ingram is having a great night so far, playing passionate offense and finding lots of quality looks.
Got a piece of it. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Over Barrett. Duran, the pass to Harris. Now here's Cunningham. LeVert outside. From downtown. And he slams it down.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
And Detroit making a change here. Ivy's checked in. Here's Quickly. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
The Pistons lead by 8. Cunningham with the ball. He's picked up by Barnes. Now Cunningham. Ivy outside. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Ingram. Fires the three, and he nails it.
And this guy is just a gamer. Ingram doesn't feel pressure. He embraces the moment, taking and making important shots.
Well, he was hoping to respond with a three of his own. He just couldn't get it to go.
The triple drop.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
Barnes against Harris. Oh, no good again that time. Now Dick. Outside Ingram. Barnes with a screen on Duran. Ingram fires. And that misses. That would have put him up.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Ivy buries it from outside.
You have to love Ivy's energy, playing his heart out right up until the very end. I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Harris with it. He's picked up by Barnes. That's what he wanted.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
It's cleared away by Thompson. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They've led by as many as 11. Money from 3.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
Spins. Ivy. And so the ball out of bounds. Duran touched it last. And a comeback here looking very unlikely.
Absolutely everything would have to go their way at this point.
Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
Ivy.
You'd like to see Ingram working hard on D, using his length to contest the shot.
And it's good from way out there.
Oh, man, better to be lucky than good sometimes.
Detroit
Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. So we see the Pistons get the win here. Just a gutsy performance on the road.